Hello and welcome to Yes Please. My name is T-Man and today I am saying yes please to using a DJ controller like I am here alongside with Ableton Live. So I've got the Traktor Control S2 here. I've just got it up on the camera for you and I have then mapped this to Ableton. I'm not like by any means a pro at mapping or dive that deep into Ableton. Everyone uses Ableton for different things, whether it's live production or just production itself, jamming, DJing, sets, live looping, etc. But this is just the way that I'm doing it, and if you've got any information for me, I'm always open to take it in because I like learning about it. So this here, you've got the controller. I wouldn't personally go out and buy a DJ controller just to use with Ableton. I find the Ableton controllers themselves are really good, especially ones that have like maps. So a lot of the Akai ones and things like that. So I've got like the APC Key 25 here. So it's really good for launching like the clips and scenes. And they've got press a few keys. You can live loop, launch some samples. It's really good for its money, but I've had this Traktor S2 for, I would say, possibly like 4 or 5 years, sorry. I can't remember, it was about that. And the audio interface went for it, so the sound stopped coming out of the phone properly and the back as well. And it doesn't even connect to the app anymore on my iPad, so something's happened there. But so I decided to use it as a controller just for Ableton with get that feel of mixing and stuff with. It isn't exactly the same as like using Traktor or DJing with records, but it's all fun at the end of the day. So I've done the lows, mids, highs, and then I've done these ones up here. These are all different effects, and then launch some scenes. You can just use it however you want, really. You're mapping it, so you're going to use it. And just do it like that. So let's go on to here and have a look. So you should be able to see what I'm seeing now with Ableton Live, and I've got the picture up in the top right corner so you can watch what I'm doing. So the first thing that I've set out is deck A and deck B. So I've got A and B just like on a real DJ layers or controller, sorry, and two like record players in a mixer. What I've done is I've then mapped, or I've pressed A at the bottom here and A, B there, and then I've then mapped the crossfader here. So to map it, what you first want to do for it to recognize your controller is you want, let me get the picture up again, sorry. You want to press the two shift buttons here, so then they go white. Once they're white, then it's in the MIDI mode, and you can map all controls apart from a couple of them and the platters. There might be a way to do it. I haven't really looked that far in there at the moment. So press to control. So we're going to map the first one, which is the crossfader. That's here. So if we go up here and we press MIDI, go into the MIDI mapping mode there, and then you just click on the crossfader, then touch your crossfader on the actual controller. You won't see that, but it says a select controller's already come up, blah blah blah. I've already got that, but what used to happen is it should go up into the list on the side on here, and that'll tell you what you've got it on there. So if we turn the MIDI off, you can map them all at the same time and go on there, but I prefer to go from like one by one, just so I know I've got pure control over it. Then what I do is, for example, I'll put on deck B, I'll put this drum sample there, right? And then I'll press MIDI, I'll press play here. There's a third one down, so I'm going to press 3 because I've already done the other ones. Turn it off, and then when I press 3, there you go. So I've got that on there. But then when I take that off and I put any sample on there, it seems to keep it mapped to launching that sample. But obviously if you're DJing that, this is just the way I'm using it at the moment, but I have done it with putting normal tracks in there. I'm just using examples of some samples that I've made, just so copyright and that as well. Yeah, so once you put your normal track in there, if you've not done it before, you need to learn how to warp it. So when you go on there, you need to like the beat set out properly and to warp it and make sure it's in the right BPM. But that's a whole different I'd say episode. So what I'll do is I'll just go through what I've done quickly. So if we click on track A, we've got track A there, track B there. We've now got the crossfader set up. So if we go crossfade all the way over that one, press 1. So that's exactly the same as I pressed on number 3 there. You just go MIDI, click it there, and then press the 1 if you want it set up like that. So when I press it, that is what is set up there. So that plays that one. And then you have it so your tracks will come in, and then you can loop certain bits of it. So if this is a track, you can then just loop it like you would DJing, and if you got loop there, then just play that one, and then you can use the crossfader to bring it in. The way that I do the cue is you've got your master 1 and 2, and then cue out 1 there. And then, but for me with the Focusrite, it seems to work if I go Q2 and I listen to it through one speaker, right? And then I'll go into my Scala interface and I have to turn off one of the settings on there. And then that way I can hear, say, track B in the headphones and cue it off. LNA, I think her name is, does audio stuff. She explains it quite well. How to do it. I'll probably put up another video just showing you how to go right into it. But that's if you want it cued. If not, you just want it as a controller, and you know all your samples are in the right order, or they're beat matched and whatnot. That's all right. So then the second thing I'll do, we've got track A and track B, sorry, deck A and deck B set up. I put in an EQ3, and then if you look on the actual controller, if I turn that one down, it'll play. And I have that one set up on deck A and deck B, separate ones. You just go into the EQ3 on the audio effects here, and then you can do the same with audio filter as well. Audio filter for me, I've got set up on the side, so I just hold the button down and you can do the frequency, and then if I let go of the button, it'll just go back to normal anyway. So I haven't set up the filter correct yet. I've just done the filter frequency because I'm just having a bit of fun with it, and then I'm going to nitpick as I go and how I set it up, because I'm not sure if I want it on the side there yet. The same with these ones. So if we press play, right, so as you see, I had the 4 effects buttons up there. You can obviously put them onto whatever one you want, but I've got it mapped for effects 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then I've got the EQ, the 3 here. I've got a filter set up on the side. I've got that as some reverb, I believe. And then I've got the 1, 2, 3, 4 set up so I can launch the tracks here, and then you just need to warp them when you put them in. But the good thing about this is I can kind of sort of DJ with a crossfader or whatever straight over. So if I go, So that is with that one. So I've mapped these to the volume level controls on here. So it's quite good. So then you've got the 2 levels right in front of you. You've got 2 levels right in front of you, and then you've got your crossfader in between the both. And if once you go across completely, it cuts it out as well. As you can see, my setup, if you're probably looking at this is just a live setup. I'm going through each piece of my kit and setting it up, so I've got it ready for a live jam. Not production or anything, just live production on its own and jamming really. So I've got the mic on input 1, and then mix it in. That's my little Behringer mixer, and I have a Traktor going into that, running out of my Z2 or Z1, where it's called Z2, sorry, straight out in there. And then I also have, say, my iPad running into that. That's just a piano one, so you can literally just I've got massive on there. That's just so I was doing a jam earlier, and so then you've got your DJ controller here. You can launch your first clip. And then you can just like add to your DJ set, so you kind of DJ and you got your normal track there, so you see, and then you can go and mix in live loop some whatever VST you want on. So I'm keeping it simple at the moment with my mic, mixer in, piano, couple of basses. I've got my tracks A, B, so if I want to remix them, couple of risers and impact there, and then that's the jam I was doing earlier, so I just got some vocals on there as well. And then let's move that, and then click it like this. You know what I want. You know what I need. It's time for you to face it. Are you gonna make it happen? It's time to run it now. You need to tell me now or I'm gone. Set up so you can go for the MIDI for the volume, and it stops at 0 on here, so I don't want it going any higher. And then you got your Q in, Q out, so if you put it to Q out 2 there, I believe, you can have it so you can listen to it, and you press the button on there. So we go Q out 2. Yeah, so look, I press Q there, and then if you press Q, right, and then you've got your headphones bits, you can then listen to that on your right headphone, if that makes sense. It's coming out of the, on the right, or out your left, which one. So you just literally press that and then get it on, like I just did, to get it on there. Just watch LNA, I think that's the name. Well, I got a plug-in from a yeah, LNA's Wonderful Vocals, that's what I got from her. You can literally just watch it and she'll show you how to cue it up, and it's quite simple really. And then I've got the 2 decks set up. Yeah, so that's pretty much it, to be honest. I think we've got the controller set up, we've got all the EQs, we've got all the effects, we've got that set up. You know how to cue it. You just literally need to warp your tracks in. Might do another video on that, and that's literally just how I set up it on the with a DJ controller, yes, too. Right, so let's just turn it down and then just have a little play with it and see what comes out.
You know what I want. You know what I need. It's time for you to face it. Are you gonna make it happen? It's time to run it now. You need to tell me now. Don't make this hard just for yourself. I know what you want. I know what you need. Listen up right now, hear out the truth now. Gonna get real now. I'm walking toward the light. We're walking toward the light. Walking toward the light. That magical light out there. We see with our eyes closed. For you know what I want, what I need.
Bit shit. But yeah, you get the idea. You can just have a little play on there then. Right, thanks for tuning in. This is Just Please. My name's T-Man. If you like my videos, then give me a like and feel free to subscribe. Thank you.